Top of the top. What's going on, y'all? Another edition of
Orange juice and a blunt for breakfast while I read the paper. Finna hit the block, about to see some paper.
We Are the Digital Newspaper, man. Top of the morning, Bo.
Man, shit, man, chilling, man. Top of the morning to you, my good brother.
Come on now. Another Monday, motivational Monday, money making Mondays, however you want to go get it. You know what I mean? It's top of the morning. It's a brand new week, 100%, a brand new day to time and go get it, man. And man, I'm feeling great this morning, big bro. I ain't even gonna lie.
Hey, man, that's good. That's good to hear, man. Because you know what I'm saying, energies are transferred. You know what I mean, and I like that energy. You know what I mean. I second that notion. I woke up feeling real good this morning. You know what I mean. Monday, it's a mind state. You know what I mean. We get up and get it. You feel me?
Got to, big bro. Them is facts. That's the only way to is to go get it, man. 100%.
Yeah, it is garbage day around my part. So pardon you might in the background hear some garbage trucks here and there. You know what I mean? It's a metaphor. You know what I mean? We just taking out the garbage from last week, all that bullshit. We just throwing it away. You know what I mean?
Get rid of that shit, man, and move on to the next, man. 100%. The last week is done with. Don't worry about nothing that happened last week. Like Big Brother said, man, Monday is the trash day. 100%. Let's start all over and make this shit happen. 100%. Yeah, top of the morning, Albert. What's going on with you, big bro? 100%.
What up, Albert?
Everything. Shit. We was talking backstage about some fantasy news, some NFL news, and just to give the people a little bit of insight. We will be firing it up tomorrow for the Wake Your Game Up. Shout out to Ear to the Street. Shout out to Gang Green Kidda. Shout out to Peacock. Kaka! Shout out to Guru Nation. 100%, man. We will be firing it up. We'll be in the building, man, for some sports talk in the morning. Some NFL talk. 100%.
You know what I mean? And definitely shout out to our sponsor, neonpeacockmerch.com. Definitely utilize the $13 sale on all regular and classic t-shirts. You know what I'm saying? We got all fresh new designs. We got some classic designs. You know what I mean? We got the Plain Jane series popping off. You know what I mean? Go get you a Playmaker joint or an allegedly joint. You know what I mean? The peacockmerch.com. Also 40% off the entire site outside of the $13 tees. Let's go.
I'm glad you said that because I'm gonna run the commercial right now. Message from our sponsor. We'll be right back, y'all. Yes, sir. You know what time it is, man. 100%. Make sure you go slide over to neonpeacockmerch.com, man. 100%. Get locked in, man. Big bro is over there chefing, man. You definitely gonna find something that you like, bro. 100%.
Yeah, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to our sponsor once again. You know what I mean? You guys are doing a whole lot of good supporting when you head on over to neonpeacockmerch.com.
Them is facts. Top of the morning, Ghost Monkey.
What's up, big Ghost?
Do they still got that shirt? Got Herb? I didn't see it.
You might gotta scroll all the way down, or we could holler at Neon Peacock. It might be in the archives because he doesn't get rid of any of the designs. I know for sure. But yeah, so I'll holler at Peacock about that. You know what I mean? And see if we can't get it on right back on there if it's not already. That way you can utilize it on the sale.
Top of the morning, Doug.
What it do?
The touchdown with Doug in the
What's up, Doug?
guy right there.
Man, Sagittarius, stand up.
Y'all Sag gang in the building, man.
Yeah,
100.
I mean, how you feel about the Zach Wilson signing?
And that was y'all Geico insurance policy right there, Zach Wilson.
Because it is kind of crazy when you think about the tuna fish, right? You know what I mean? I mean, we all got it seared in our memory where he's throwing up gang signs. You know what I mean? El Concusto to the max. So you know what I mean? It is very importante of who they got behind them. Pause.
100 facts. You got to have somebody behind Tua, man. Hopefully,
just in case.
Hopefully, we'll see a full 17 games of Tua, no hiccups. You know what I mean? And we get some good evaluation on what's going on, bro. Because maybe this last year with Tyreek, maybe another year with Tyreek.
I mean, the tuna fish, he's only what a season removed from leading the league in passing. I mean, granted, it was like a down QB year in 23, but nonetheless, he led the league in passing.
Isn't that the year they made the playoffs and almost beat Buffalo with Skyler?
That was a couple years prior. That was a
year before. Okay,
that was 22. Yeah, where they went in there with Skylar Thompson,
and
they almost beat him with Skylar Thompson. Real shit.
He said, "Man, I'm sick to my stomach. I have taken an about face on Tua. We are tanking. I'm confident." I thought the thing was tank for Tua like before he came, so now it's time to tank for Arch. Oh, everything.
The thing too is like Mike McDaniels. You know, he, as good as it's been, so quote unquote, on basis of comparison from the years prior. You know what I mean? For the Dolphins, you know, it's like he's on the hot seat too. You know what I mean? Like,
well, him and Tua is definitely tied to the hip because he was the one that's after Flores to breathe some life in the Tua for sure, and that's what he did. You know what I mean? He definitely from the Flores days to the Mike McDaniel days for sure.
What sucks too is like and shout out to Crooks. When I was watching you on Crooks show last night. Yeah, he said something that I always be saying is like, whenever you have a defensive minded head coach, man, you know what I'm saying, and you got a good team, your offense is clicking, that coach is gonna get poached. You know what I mean? Oh shit, I didn't even realize I rhymed that shit. Look, I'm an MC. That coach is gonna get poached. And it just be like that. You know what I'm saying? So like for someone like Mike McDaniels to get to Tua after Brian Flores, that's like the best thing that ever happened to Tua. You know what I mean? But also, you know, as time progresses, the league catches on to what to expect from the Mike McDaniels tuna fish led offense. You know what I mean? And then that's where you got to get creative. And you did see them transform into, you know, once they got Achane, bro. You know what I mean? It's a different type of attack now. Yeah. Granted, you know, they were still killing shit with Mostert a couple years ago. You know what I mean? That kind of was hurting too in fantasy, right? Like they always run the touchdowns.
And C-Mac was the only ones that had 20 TDs that year, I think. I know they both had 20 TDs. I don't know if anybody else in the league had 20 plus TDs. But yeah, you
ain't lying.
100%.
I think that was just them too. No one was coming close.
Doug said, "I love Tua, but want him to retire. His contract is holding us hostage."
You ain't lying.
Top of the morning, ear to the streets.
What's up, ear?
Hey, big bro. Doug said Mike McDaniel did good about giving him confidence, but has done a bad job on making adjustments during the game.
You know what he be making adjustments though on? His sunglasses. He'd be like, hold on. Hit the vape real quick.
The TAC vape.
He put the fucking woo-wop, the little paper, puts it over his face, hits the vape behind it. Well, you can still see the vape.
Yeah, my boy is the mad scientist though, 100%, man. He be cooking shit up.
Yeah, you ain't lying. And you know what? Too is like it'd be unfortunate, but he can come home to the Niners. You know what I mean? It was something special. And that's why you got to give it up to Shanahan, because every year we have success, somebody's getting took, and then we got to replace them and try to replicate the same success. You know what I mean? And there is no more Shanahan's entire like staff, unless he's like, you know, he has some other cats underneath him that's being groomed right at this point. You know what I mean? Yeah. Everybody's gone, even all the way from Clint Kubiak, you know what I mean, to all the way up to Mike McDaniels.
What was where's Slow It go? Did we bring Slow It back?
I haven't been monitoring that. That's a good question though. You know what I mean? But he did make his hay being a QB coach with the Niners. So I think, at minimum. But also too, when you come, it's not like he necessarily had a bad outing last year. That was just another story of someone that couldn't adjust after the league got caught wind of what to expect from old Bobby Slow. You know what I mean?
But the offensive line play was trash too.
Yeah, offensive line play was trash. All the injuries.
He was an scapegoat.
And then they actually had a run game to lean on. So it's like, you know what I mean? And because Bobby Slow,
yeah, because he had Damian Pierce and somebody else the year that he was on fire, and this year he had Joe Mixon, and the offensive line was
it was Singletary that first year.
Singletary and
and Pierce. Yeah. And then CJ was shredded.
100%. Everything. Doug said wide receiver core needs to be rebuilt. Rick drops a lot of passes, and Waddle is not available enough. And didn't they get Waddle too?
What's up?
Didn't Waddle get the bag already?
Yeah, he got extended. They did it right when he was going into year 3 or whatever it was.
Got him early.
Yeah, because he's a first rounder too. You know what I mean? And then Tyreek, they just keep restructuring this shit, kicking it down the road. But they all get their money still when they restructure. You know what I mean? They restructure so it helps the cap. Like I think him and I think the Tuna Fish just restructured this shit.
Is that right?
I think so. Him and somebody else on that team. Oh, I think it was Armstead.
Oh yeah, Tyrant.
Yeah.
The left tackle.
Yeah. He was like, listen, I'll play for the veteran minimum.
Well, mama,
against the cap at least. You know what I mean?
They got him from New Orleans.
Yeah, and like I think was he on the right side?
Well, he was a left tackle, I think, for the Saints.
That's right. But then so now, okay. Because in that right tackle is a blind spot for old lefty.
Yeah, I don't know if they switched him around or not. Lee said that Derek Stingley Jr. got the bag, $90 million extension. Shout out to Stingley for getting that bag.
Derek, highest paid at the position. Put some respect on the cornerback's wallet, bro, because they always drafted high, but they're lower on the totem pole as far as like the pays go. You know what I mean? But he up there now, $30 million a year.
Come on now. Getting the guap. I'm down to trade quarterbacks with the Niners. So give us Tua and you'll take Brock, huh?
Nah, never. Maybe. I mean, shit. We'll trade y'all Mac Jones, man. This shit'll work out.
Oh, hey, come on now. Top of the morning, Johnny.
What's up, Johnny?
Come on now. Beautiful Monday, man. 100%. Shit, let's get into the first motherfucking topic, y'all.
Let's go.
There's some shit that I've seen my wifey pay $100 or $80 special cups and shit, man. And I never knew that the boosters was going to go get these motherfuckers. So wherever you at with these cups, tap in 100%. Oh, my mama.
We'll start selling them on the low.
Let's kick it off.
The Stanley Cup is the top prize in hockey. It's also the name of a wildly popular and pretty expensive insulated drinking mug. So it's no surprise Stanley Cups have become a target of thieves.
It's a Stanley Cup crime spree. Watch what happens when these ladies spot a wall of the wildly popular mugs at a sporting goods store in Cincinnati. One by one, they stuff them into bags, snatching 28 in total before sprinting out the front door. Look at them go. In another incident in Florida, 24.
Damn.
You realize we have y'all on video, right? Stealing the Stanley Cups from the Ace Hardware here, and then y'all go to the Ace Hardware over here.
Ever since the tumblers became a hot commodity last summer, I got a Stanley! Police say they've been busting thieves across the USA. Just look at all those stolen Stanleys stored in the trunks of cars. In Ohio, police say they arrested this woman going 115 miles per hour. And when they pulled her over,
you'll never catch me alive, Covers.
The evidence is in the trunk.
Stolen Stanley Cups.
Tell me what I did. Stealing from debts.
She's pleaded not guilty. Police say some crooks are getting clever, like this woman who is carrying a printed list of limited edition mugs so she can target the most expensive Stanleys. Louisiana Sergeant Jake Morris.
As Stanley releases all these new vibrant colors, the criminals are targeting that. They're intelligent enough to know what's going to sell on the street.
Stanley Cups can go for big bucks online. The limited edition purple collaboration with singer Olivia Rodrigo. This one is selling on eBay for an opening bid of $10,000.
Oh, word. Okay. That's why. They try to cook. It's like how people was going crazy over the Beanie Babies. Remember back in the day?
Facts.
You know what I mean? But here's the thing.
Motherfuckers at McDonald's.
Yep, they had them everywhere. Bruh had like the dude who owned the fucking Beanie Baby shit. He had bought a Trump Towers, he bought a former Trump Towers building, right, or hotel, and he just had a whole thing set up, just cranking out Beanie Babies, bruh. It was somewhere in America. I can't remember what state he was in, but like, yeah, they were killing shit, and that was an early like eBay or even like online. They had early websites in the 90s. People like trading them and selling them, buying and selling them, whatnot. But like the Stanleys, just real quick thoughts on the Stanleys. All my kids got Stanley. My girl got one. Everybody got one but me. You know
yeah, I ain't fucking with that shit. I don't need that to drink no motherfucking water out of.
Yeah, the whole thing is like, because you know what I'm saying, like the kids go to school, they have their water, they have water all day.
I know.
Like,
I understand that.
You know, back in our days, we had a water fountain. You know,
Man,
but
I got a water bottle.
like, you know, I did not allow my kids. Once the COVID came out, you ain't touching no goddamn water fountain. You know what I mean?
100%. I
Like,
definitely understand.
I feel like this ties into the uprise of the Stanleys. Here's what scares me about the Stanleys. It's like, man, that's a melee weapon if I've ever seen one, bro. You ever held one of them motherfuckers?
Hell yeah! Like I said, my wife
can
she
fuck
didn't
someone
pay
up
$100
with
for a
those.
cup before, bro. She didn't pay $100 for a cup before. 100%.
Yeah, them Stanleys go for like 30. They go the shit easily $30, $40, and like, oh my god, it's a deal.
It was the regular ones, so every
Yeah,
day. Like,
exactly, just the Regos.
oh
Then
my
they even
God.
have little other pieces you could buy, little other tops and shit. But yeah, that's crazy though, because like here's another thing that they did, and I don't know if it's just California, but remember, they made it to where if you're shoplifting, you know, it has to be over a certain limit, or they you know, they can't like take you in type of shit. They just arrest you on paper. You know what I mean, so it's like, and the store people that work in the store, they're not even allowed to stop you anymore unless it's like a certain amount or some bullshit like that. But like
on you at all, I don't think.
yeah, and I think it's like it's like $900 or something like that. It's like if it's under $900, they're like it's like an infraction versus like an actual, what do they call shoplifting charge? Is that larceny? No.
It
Yeah,
just
it's
depends on how much money it's for. If it
that?
go over a certain amount of, if you what you stealing, if it go over a certain amount, then they could charge you with a felony. Then you got the little petty shoplifting.
There it is, petty theft. There it is. Yeah, petty theft is like fucking up to $900 or some shit. It's like, whoa, motherfuckers can steal a TV. You know what I mean? Just walk. Hey, food be brazen like that. Look at it. Them bitches was brazen out, stuffing all them Stanleys in the woo wop 20. Then they took off running old school.
Man,
Nothing slick about that one. They're just like, get in and get the fuck out.
It said that one of the brides took the police on a high speed chase because she had the stolen Stanleys.
You would thought she had bricks, huh? You would thought the bitch had bees in there. She's like, oh no, they're gonna catch me with all these Stanleys. She was going triple digits down the E-way. She was trying to get. She's like, I get out into the next states, not their jurisdiction, and I get away with all the Stanleys.
Oh, everything. But in two of the cases that they caught the people stealing, right? One of them said they had 28 cups. One of them said they had 24 cups. Now, if they getting, say, for instance, on the low for them cups, $20, 28 cups is $560 if you're getting $20 for each cup. If the other people that hit for 24 cups, if they sold them for 20, they getting $480. So you getting damn near.
We got a special guest real quick, babe. We need a vouch real quick. So, what's the most you've spent on a Stanley? What's the most you've spent on a Stanley? $60. God fucking damn it! What the fuck? This is why I don't have Stanleys.
Here it is, there on my mama. So if
she said we're shipping this shit, but yeah, because. Are you aware, babe, of the uprise in Stanley theft? See, she's knowing. She's like, yeah, it's ridiculous. See, motherfuckers is going crazy out there. Boosting the Stanleys.
That's my first time hearing about the boosters going to go get the Stanleys. You know what I mean? But it makes sense because they so hot right now. You know what I mean? I'm not
my girl
condoning
just
this
said
shit.
something right now.
Huh?
There's some other joints called Laboobies or Labobos, Labubos, Laboobies.
What is that?
So they're like these little like hairy monster looking little plushies, right? And they're like on a keychain thing, but they come from Asia though.
Mhm.
Where they come from? China. They come from one, but these joints are called Pop Marts.
You got a
Pop
order
Mart.
from them, or they sell it here in the States?
Yeah, it's the stores that sells the shit. I think they got one in like Roseville. So like, but like when we was down in LA, we was going all different kind of stores looking for these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? And they be hitting too. They're not cheap. But like, so like for example, her folks were just in the PI, so they went and bought a big gang of them out there because you know what I'm saying. Like, but this is how people was making a guap, bro. But my girl said people's hell stealing those too.
100%.
Rob a whole Pop Mart store. Come up.
I mean, shit. Legos. We got the special edition Legos. I think we did a story about that later. Sometime last year, where motherfuckers was going in the store and getting.
Oh, the Lego game ain't no joke. Legos is like safer than stocks. Some people will argue.
Is that right?
You got to have the certain woo-wop stuff.
Right.
Like for example, I remember my man's right. It was about 2 years ago. They re-released the Millennium Falcon. Shout out to my man Jimmy. He hits me up. He's like, "Hey, bro, buy." He's like, "Buy as many as you can, bro." I'm like, I look at it, it's like $1,200 for one. I'm like, "Fuck no." He's like, "I'm telling you," he's like, "They're gonna double and triple, like in a short period of time." I'm like, "I'm not buying no fucking Millennium Falcons." You know what I mean? Then a couple years later, he's like, "Yeah," he's like, "I sold one of them for $6." I'm like,
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, because they only come out with so many.
Right.
And like, he had sent me a link. He was like, "This site has a bunch of them." He's like, "You try to buy as many as you can." He's like, "There's like a limit." He was over there copping hell of them. You know what I mean?
And he knew that them bitches was finna go up.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh my mama. And
I mean, it's just like the shoe game, but Legos is crazy. Like motherfuckers is putting their kids through college type of shit.
my mama is trapping the baseball card game, the football card game, the hoop card game. You know what I mean? It's all types of shit, the shoe shit. So I follow Remy the Icon on YouTube. You know what I mean? It was this one dude that came I forgot where he came from in Asia, but he came with some one of ones. You know what I mean? And Remy wouldn't even buy them because dude wanted too much. And since it's a one-on-one, it's gonna make it harder to sell because the price point gonna be so high. So you only gonna get maybe one or two.
You gotta be like an extravagant collector.
100%.
You know what I mean?
And the shoe might not even fit you. You got to get the right person that fit the shoe, but also got the Guccini to get the shoe. 100%. So you know what I mean? That shit is crazy.
It's like that Wu-Tang album.
Right, facts. The what's the boy name?
You can't hear it for 84 years.
What was the pharmacist's name? I mean, the pharmaceutical billionaire name.
Martin Scarelli.
Oh, my mama, Scarelli. Facts.
That's funny. I pulled that out the woodwork because that fool became like infamous because he was like he was doing some cricket shit in the pharmaceutical woo-wop. You feel me?
Facts. So what happened? He raised the price on one of them patents because I think he was the exclusive dude that had that pill,
that medicine or whatever specific product he had.
Oh my mama, he raised the price on that bitch. Top of the morning, Crooked Commish. What's going
on,
Crooked
Commish?
Oh my mama.
Hey, oh yeah, hey, I could not figure it. I figured it out this morning though, cause I never ever had to sign in to the Google shit. Like while I'm jumping in the stream route, but I didn't want to stall up the show. But yeah, definitely looking forward to jumping on one of those next availabilities though. For sure. Shout out to Crooked Commish and the Chicago Clubhouse.
Oh yeah, I had a hell of a time, man. Shout out to Chicago Joe too, man. Went and follow Chicago Joe. You know, I ain't no big gambler or whatnot. You know,
I like his philosophy though. He's 100%. Like, I only bet underdogs.
Underdogs, 100%.
Like, why exactly though, right? Like, why aren't you? This is how you're gonna make the money.
Right.
You feel me? So let's go ahead and bet these underdogs.
100%.
And like I love people that are jack of all trades, but I definitely appreciate a master of one. And like it seems to be like his system. This is what he zeroed in on. You feel 100%. Me? Like I'm underdogs.
100% on everything. Facts. So shout out to Chicago Joe. Shout out to my dog, the Crooked Commish. Make sure y'all go.
Man, shout out to Crook.
Go sub up, man. 100%, man. Johnny said, "How the baseball draft go?" I was in there for the first few rounds. baseball is baseball fantasy is like a job, bro. That shit is.
It's like It's like reading Japanese to me. And for those that don't know, I don't know how to read Japanese.
Konnichiwa. That's all I
Really?
know is Konnichiwa. Shout out to one of my homies.
Yeah, man. Konnichiwa, bitches. I think that's Chinese.
Nah, I think that's
Oh, the
Japanese.
Japanese?
Yeah,
Okay, right.
everything. I think it's hello. Oh,
Hey, but you know what? But Gung, hey, Fat Choi, all my Chinese homies out there. Hey.
talk about it, man.
Yeah.
Doug says some people move bricks, some move Stanley Cup. So everything lying, bro.
Fuck you. I'm about to listen. I would tell the motherfuckers, listen, turn it up to the max and steal the actual Stanley Cup. You know what I mean? Who won that thing last year?
Shit, I ain't gonna lie.
Fucking run up in their facility and steal the cup. Put that shit on. Go down to Mexico and put it on the market. Hey, them cartel collectors will give you like a few M's for it. Like, yeah, you know,
we got the Stanley Cup.
Stanley Cup.
The
You
only
know what I mean?
cartel with the Stanley Cup.
Fucking the NHL Stanley Cup. What?
Uh,
Paid a couple million for it. Cash.
Oh my mama.
You know what I'm saying? You know, you got to find people that just do shit, boss shit just for the sake of saying it. You know what I mean? Eccentric rich motherfuckers. Yeah, you know, you show up at a motherfucker's house, he's drinking his coffee out of the giant Stanley Cup. Yeah, you know what I mean? Boss.
You know, he got Bailey's in his coffee if he's drinking coffee out.
His coffee's Irish.
The Stanley Cup.
That motherfucker's Irish for sure, huh?
100%. All alcohol out that bitch.
He said Bailey's. His Bailey's in a motherfucker. Goddamn, what's that other one? Jaeger.
Come on now.
I forgot Jaeger in that motherfucker.
Crooked said he thought it was Tampa that might have won it last year on my mama.
Oh, okay, the Rays. Oh, that's why they're getting a new joint.
Tampa, no, the Lightning.
Oh no, that the Rays is baseball. See, this is how much I know.
He said nah, it was the Panthers.
Oh, okay, word.
I don't know where the Panthers is though.
I know, right?
And then he said, for sure, man, we gonna get you up on that motherfucker, man.
Yeah, man. We gonna get on that thing. Pause.
It's a Florida team. Okay, for sure, man. Hey, I don't know too much about
you know what I mean?
Man.
Hey, you know what's funny though? It's like being from San Jose. When I would be all over the place and be like, "Where's San Jose?" I'd be like, "The Bay." They'd be like, "Green Bay?" Nah, bro. Be like, "Tampa Bay?" No, fool. Like San Jose Sharks. And they're, oh, okay.
Oh, my mama.
Then they still don't know where it's at, but there's something tied to it. They're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I heard of San Jose."
Yeah, fact. Do you remember? So this might be a little bit before your time, but Gretzky, Jordan, and I think it was Bo Jackson that had a cartoon.
Oh, word.
On my mama.
I mean, shit, those were hold on, run that back. So yeah, Wayne Gretzky.
I think it was Jordan and Bo Jackson. Now I might be got a little bit mixed up in that, but they had a fucking cartoon back in the day, bro. On my mama. Facts.
YouTube got it for sure.
No, 100% facts. Hey, you got anything else on the fucking Stanley shit?
I mean, you know, there's criminals on every side of the spectrum. And rule of thumb, if you can see it, you can grab it. So nowadays, don't even leave your Stanley in your cars neither. It's the new CD booklet. You know what I mean? They say, oh, break your shit. Now they're taking Stanleys.
Oh, you know, my feelings was hurt when my CD books used to
Come
get
on.
stuck. Because I'd be hired in a motherfucker and I just leave all my windows down in the summertime. And like, fuck it, right? And you know what I mean? Back then, it was kind of hard to get CDs until they started burning them motherfuckers, right? And
Yeah,
so,
right.
my
Even then, though, too, somebody still thinking the burn joints be hot. All that work.
Oh, everything. Let's see. I'm down to heist the real Stanley Cup. Let's get it on the news. That's gonna go viral.
And then, at minimum, we'll sell the movie rights and the book rights to it.
Come on, now our plot
to the story.
Get the Stanley Cup.
Getting that Stanley Cup.
Oh my baba.
I ain't never been blessed with the skills to play NHL level hockey. So that's gonna be the closest I can get to a Stanley Cup.
Come on now. Man, I ain't been ice skating. Man, damn, speaking of that, I don't even remember the last time I was ice skating. Because we got a little ice skating ring when Christmas time come, or maybe like around November when Thanksgiving come and they go all the way to like New Year's or something like that, right there by the Golden One Arena. I think that might have been the last. It's been years though, bro.
Yeah, down in San Jose, we always have like Christmas in the park and shit like that. And then they'll have the little ice skating rinks out there, like the little open air, and they turn that woo wop into a fucking ice skating shit. I'm not on the ice, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, bro, I'll be skating, but not on the ice. You feel me? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just, you know what I mean?
Mama.
Yeah, I was never the extracurricular when it came to, you know what I mean? Yeah, I used to skate though back in the days, back in my heyday.
Hell yeah,
I still wear Vans.
Oh my mama. Well, see, I like
grind.
I had a skating ring when we was kids, so I wasn't living out here when the skating ring was popping. But if I was out here on some type of school break or just for the weekends or something, I'm trying to get to the motherfucking Cal skate with my big cousins. Man, that motherfucker used to go down as a kid. So I know how to get around the rink and all that. I can't skate backwards, you know what I mean? But I could push around that motherfucker. So I know how to ice skate and shit like that, but I just, you know, how to just get around. I don't know how to do other shit on that motherfucker.
Yeah, back in the days, I remember it was like, I think it was like high school or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That was the one time they got me on them skates. Because, you know, it was one of them, it was like they called a Malibu rink or something like that. You know, it was always popping. You got a DJ. You know what I mean? And then like, boom, I'm just in there holding on to all the broads. You know what I mean?
Oh my mama.
I cannot skate. Things attached to my feet. I could do the skis and I could do the snowboard. But you know what I'm saying? I couldn't do the rollerblades or the I could like barely rollerblade or barely ice skate. Like I could do like, you know what I mean? But I don't look pretty doing it either. You know, I'm doing one of these. You know what I mean?
My mama. Hey, Ghost.
Close to the wall.
Hey, Ghost, I did see that. Ghost said, did you guys see that story? The guy that stole not one, but two Tom Brady Super Bowl jerseys.
Yeah, hell yeah. And they have footage of him. And he was posed as a Mexican. He was representing like the Mexican, like some kind of Mexican
news station.
Media.
Yeah, he worked for the news station.
International. There you go. He worked for them. And so he would get he would get a media pass. And he would just smooth get up in there into the locker room. Like, just like, you know, because, you know, they would have media in the locker room right after. And he just smooth went in there and just walked in there with a bag, like folded up, walked out with a bag, like full of something. You know what I mean? They got him on footage twice.
Not only did he get that, though, he had Von Miller's helmet from when they won the Super Bowl, and he was the MVP. So the motherfucker, the way that he got caught was, though, is by the conventions. So in that story, so I think what Ghost is talking about, so I don't know if I seen the 30 for 31, but it was Fox Sports because it was Brady. They were interviewing shit, you know what I mean? They had Fox people on there and all that, you know what I mean? But this motherfucker was going to conventions trying to swap shit, you know what I mean? He had a jersey, I forgot who jersey it was, but it raised the red flag. That's how they started getting on Bruh's trail, 100%. And he was using his regular name for the auction sites and shit like that too, bruh, 100%.
You know, it's funny because Ice-T, of all people, right? He always said something that resonated with me. He said, man, it's not about the crime that you're committing. It's about how to get away with the crime that you committed. You know what I mean? Because, man, like, how brazen is that? But it's smooth at the same time. He just goes in the locker rooms and just steal shit, using his media passes to be able to wiggle. You feel me? And then, but you know, he just doesn't have the wherewithal to like sell it like to someone else, right? Or, you know, off rip.
Off the black,
you know what I mean? Like he wants to go online and uses freaking accounts on these auction sites or some shit. Like,
no, them is facts. And see, what the thing was is like them game worn jerseys is like one of the highest selling things in that industry. This is what the thing that I seen was talking about, right? So when Bruh got to communicating and telling motherfuckers he had a game worn jerseys of certain motherfuckers, that shit raised red flags 100%.
Because you'll be able to, there's a paper trail too, to you know, for him having media passes to X, Y, and Z games. They'll be able to pull it up and be like, oh yeah, he was at all these games. Where all these players that were at these games and reported jerseys missing. You know what I mean?
Facts. They had the FBI involved in that shit, bro, because it was an international crime. Oh, everything.
Yeah, and Mexico Smooth doesn't do. They don't do the
Mexican authorities helped out.
What is that the right word? Expedite?
No, that Mexican authorities helped out. Help with the situation.
Okay, word.
Yeah, everything.
They helped them get the Migo.
Oh my
man.
man.
Like, listen, he's over here, bro.
Man,
He's tough off.
Cricket said, "You're telling me that Telemundo guy got him?"
Hey, you ain't lying.
Still in the second one.
And hey, listen, growing up, we used to just like whenever there be commercials on something that I'm watching, I'm like, fucking flip to Telemundo. Always bad ones on there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's like a prerequisite.
For
You know,
sure.
like, damn, that's how
100%.
they make them down there. Telemundo.
You're a fool. Ghost said, still in the second one is the one that got him popped. He had 15 years of real play memorabilia. That shit crazy, bro.
Very elusive.
Very elusive on my mama. He's an expert thief for sure.
You know what I mean? They're gonna make a movie about him. See, and you know what's funny too? Is like he'd be just smooth moving through the locker room. There's people getting interviewed and shit. He just in there and just boop, take somebody's jersey.
Come on now. Cold.
Even to know, I mean, there's got to be other people involved too, because it's like you can't be in there lollygag. You got to go in there, go straight to the locker room of the person you're looking for. You know what I mean? You might even have somebody interviewing Tom Brady, and then you go in there.
And that's what happened. So Brady's
locker room 42.
So they got Brady on camera saying, "I want to keep this jersey." Right before Brett steal it, they got the video because you know it's
yeah.
So they got it.
Oh, I think you even see bro walk in the background of that video.
I think so. I forgot. So they say, you know, they show Brady telling, "I want this jersey." Well, why? So Brett go, I guess he go get dressed. And when he come back, man, he hotter than a motherfucker because he say he don't keep them type of jerseys or some shit he said,
yeah,
right?
Because that was this was the Falcons 28-3 fucking comeback win in overtime MVP.
His mom had just beat cancer that soup. So because during that whole season, his mom,
yeah, he got suspended early too. Remember that shit? The Deflategate suspension finally kicked into gear.
Oh my man, he was madder. I mean, you could tell, bro. He was hotter than man. Where my motherfucking jersey at?
And they got it back. See, and that's where he said, "Hey, Dad." Yes, Tommy. Yeah, Dad, it's me. You know, he's calling fucking what's his name?
Robert
Kraft.
Oh my mama.
He called Kraft. You know, say, "Hey, Dad, I need you to get my jersey."
100%.
Don't worry, Tommy. I'll call the FBI.
Man, and they got that shit done, bro.
Right? It was an international fucking coup. A fucking two. You have the Mexicans and the Americans working together in cahoots to get Tom Terrific's jersey back.
Man,
that's a 1 of 1.
100%. You know what I mean?
My favorite though in that Super Bowl, right? Because they're coming back fucking roaring, right? And then like, you know, and Brady's throwing 300, 350, 400, 450, 500. Then Joe Buck goes, "Oh, I think he just broke your record right there, Troy." And Troy was just crickets. He didn't say nothing.
He was hot.
You know, he was
better than a motherfucker.
Bring it up.
Hey, real talk.
Tom Brady's like, "Listen, I'm going to keep this jersey. It's where I shattered the fuck out of Troy Aikman's single Super Bowl passing record."
Yeah, that shit.
In the first overtime win ever.
Yeah.
Hey, Tom Brady, isn't that kind of annoying? This is why people are annoyed by him, but I actually dig it. It's like he does all the firsts. You know what I mean? Well, he has a lot of the firsts.
That's my guy right there, man.
You know I mean? Shit, even when he got to Tampa, he was like, "You know what? Let me throw for 5,000 for the first time in my career." Is that the first time? Either way. But then he's like, "You know what? We're gonna win the first Super Bowl that motherfucker hosted." You know what I mean?
Right.
Boom. It used to be bad luck to be like, you're like, "Oh, the Super Bowl's in Tampa," and you're like, "Oh, Tampa's done." You know what I mean? First time ever in history. I think the closest I ever seen prior to that was like, remember the Vikings hosted the Eagles in 2017 because the Vikings were hosting the Super Bowl that year, but the Vikings got queso. The queso. He was on the case.
Oh, everything.
He almost did it.
Cricket Commish said anything that's a 1 of 1 is going to draw eyeballs. 100%.
Yeah, for real. Where'd you get this? You know. See, that's why you got to go full black market on that shit.
100%.
And I think didn't he had fled to Mexico or something? Or no, that's where he was from.
Yeah, he
so
lived.
Go up in there and get him initially, right? But then see, this is what I'm saying. They had footage of him, all this shit floating around. He was on the FBI fucking list and whatnot. But see, if I was him, I would have been like, pull up the footage. See later, that's me. This is real right here, bro. You know what I mean? 1 of 1.
1 of 1.
You know what I mean? Yeah, motherfucking cartel boss, like, you know what? Yeah.
I'll take
this.
this.
He just got $5 million on him. Just cash. You know, it's cartel shit. You feel me?
Go ahead and run it. Oh,
Shit,
everything.
they might even kill his ass and just take that shit out. That's probably why he was like, listen, you have a 1-on-1. That's kind of day. Like you have to be like an extravagant collector, otherwise you selling it and it's hot. You know what I mean? That shit hot. That shit stolen. It's all bad.
Stolen, bro. Oh, everything. You know what I mean? And then it's like
Where's your ticket of authenticity?
And, right. And you can't even keep this motherfucker on display. You know what I mean? Because you get the wrong motherfuckers. Once you get to showing your shit off, you might get the wrong motherfucker being like, man,
fuck it, I'm a boss to just wear it.
Oh, wow.
You ever seen that movie Arthur?
Arthur?
Russell Brand, the English, I think he's British. The British dude.
The motherfucker that used to be on MTV, I think.
Yeah. So this fool, right? He has a movie where he's like an eccentric rich dude. So he's like, and the movie starts off, he's at an auction, and it's for a tuxedo and top hat worn by what's his name? The president, with Abraham Lincoln. Right? Oh, wow. So they're bidding it up. It's getting up there in the M's. You know what I mean? Boom, he wins the auction. Then the next scene, it shows him he's wearing it. He's just skipping down the street. You know what I mean? And then he hops in his car. It's the Batman car from Batman Returns. You know what I mean? He just buys hella shit. He's just balling. You know what I mean? See, why not? See, at that point, sell it to someone like that. You know what I mean?
Who just don't give a fuck. Oh,
yeah, you got to get in the black market. Where you going online? Yeah, but yeah, I think there is a 30 for 30 about bruh.
He said, Crooked Commission said Arthur was always drunk.
See? I'll take it.
Oh, everything.
Okay, drunk and you're balling. See? Eccentric rich.
Anything going out on with the cup stone?
Man, it sounds like a smart thing until you get caught. You know what I mean? I mean, shit. What's 20 of them for $60?
Well, see, I just did the math on your girl said 60, right? So I just cut that in half for the boosters. That's
because they're gonna have it for the low.
That's $840. That's a Bandicoot right there for 30 cups, 28 cups.
See, and that ain't shit. That's too slow for me. If I'm talking about like I'm trying to hit for a flip. You know what I mean? Maybe one of these days we're gonna hear one of these stories where somebody just stole a whole goddamn Stanley truck. You know what I mean? Where's that? Boom, they hit for the big one. Then even then, how do you move these things? Like on Amazon or eBay or some shit. They might be able to fight. They're about to start putting serial numbers on these Stanleys. Like just like when if you rob a bank for hella money, then you start spending that money. They know all the serial numbers. They're gonna start picking up. Oh, this is some flag money right here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no way to do it.
I see why the boosters is doing it though.
Steal the actual Stanley Cup. Now we're talking millions.
For only 28 cups, they hitting for a band. If you go get 60 cups between 2 stores, 3 stores, you got $2,000. They not.
I guess that's not so bad.
Everything. I understand why. Like I said, I'm not
hitting store to store.
I'm not condoning it, but I understand why they going in here to go get it because they running it up with that shit, bro. I see why Lil Baby did. Well, no, let me stop. I'm not gonna say that. Oh, everything. Let's get into the next topic.
Hey, Stanley's the new work, bro. Stanley's the new dope.
Come on now, 100%. Stanley's
out here in motion.
Let's get into it. Let me pull this shit out. This is a good one too.
I can't even hear that thing, baby.
Here it go right now.
Oh, okay. I thought you was
even bank robbers like right around town. Style.
Police are looking for a suspect who rented a very pricey Rolls Royce and then held up several banks across Metro Detroit.
Still don't understand. I want to know what happened. Why?
I don't get it either. Who rents a $500,000 SUV to rob banks?
I think it was my favorite car, Rolls-Royce Cullinan.
A one-of-a-kind Rolls-Royce Cullinan. Check out that orange inside.
This is our main car in the company. Yeah, I wish you took something else.
This week, a customer rented the Rolls at $1,750 a day from Dream Luxury Car Rental in Southfield. When the spree started, the man traversing Oakland, Wayne, and Macomb counties, robbing banks along the way. The case in the hands of the FBI, so it's unclear how many this Rolls and the renter are tied to. Sam Zahar didn't even know it was going on, finding out while scrolling his phone, seeing this video on Metro Detroit News.
I was like, this is my car. I got a screenshot and I tried to, that's my car.
And for a few minutes, Sam, the owner of the rental company, was in the crosshairs of investigators.
I was about probably 4 detectives by my house driving around thinking I stole the bank because the car's under my name.
The
I
driver
stole
led
the
police
bank.
on a chase, then bailed and ran on the city's east side Wednesday night. Police able to recover the SUV with about $15,000 in damages. The driver on the run. This isn't the first time, won't be the last. A few months ago, someone rented a car from Sam, then robbed a mail truck. Even on Fox 2 before, after some renters took a G-Wagon for a joyride. And most recently, a $300,000 Rolls, likely stolen during transport from Miami here to Detroit.
We put a lot of smiles in people's face, but we pay a lot of prices too for doing business in Detroit.
Brandon, the key fob alone on that Rolls Royce, $4,000.
Okay, bravo to the sophistication and the knowledge of these things that they're licking, but at the same time, why do it in extreme fashion that way? It's like when we hit these robberies, we're gonna be riding clean, bruh. You know what I mean? G-Wagon, you feel me? Rolls Royce, Phantom. Listen, I'm being the Wraith. And we're gonna hit this armored truck. You feel me? Like,
Come on, man, that shit.
what is wrong with these fools?
Yeah, they pulling up to do the bank robberies in the fucking Rolls Royce, bro. Now, I guess because the car ain't in their name, it's tied back to somebody else. So I don't know how fast it's gonna take the police to get up on them. But they said bro was able to hit several banks in 2 different counties in Detroit. You know what I mean? And so bro was running it up out that Rolls Royce 100%.
You ain't lying.
We're
probably gonna find him on TikTok somewhere. He used to be in the Rolls Royce. Yeah, hella money.
And the cool thing is, right, so I don't know what the deposit was for him to rent the car, right? But they was charging him $1,700 a day to rent that motherfucker. So, I don't know.
Coming through paying cash, huh?
Coming through
paying fresh cash from the robbery. And you know what's crazy too is if he's hitting for cash like that from a bank or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Then that immediately ties bruh, because if he's paying him in cash, he got this dirty cash. You know what I mean? I forget what that charge would be. Some kind of aiding or some shit. You know what I mean? Like you now you involved.
Yeah,
you know
I don't. Top of the morning, Song. What's up, Song?
What's up, Song? But you know, he definitely, that guy is free, obviously, and he's playing all the way dumb. Oh, they saying that I stole the bank. You feel me?
You's a fool, bro.
I mean, because clearly that dude's a forwarder. You know what I mean? He got hella bread. I mean, he got all these fancy fucking exotic cars and shit.
Yeah, one of them got stolen.
He wasn't even tripping too, huh?
Yeah, one of them got stolen on the transport. And I got that story tucked off in one of the playlists too. But what the cash though is the dude that was renting the car. I don't know if he could have paid cash because if something happened to the car, how is bro gonna write the insurance?
That is true. So then that means there's some kind of card that this car is on, because I mean, obviously, if you're gonna rent a car, you're gonna need some kind of outstanding form of a line of credit.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, see, there goes another thing too. You could do some brazen calculated shit, or some calculated brazen like robberies and hits and shit. But then you do something stupid like you rented a car. So there's clearly, and if it's even if it's someone else's card, like you better hope that person's like, you know what I mean?
No, 100%.
Solid as fuck.
Usually what it is, they'll have their
the ET finger real quick.
Oh my mama, no facts, and that's the thing though, like right. So I don't know if it could be the case if like how you said, if bruh the owner of the cars is on it and only and taking cash too though, that's not I don't think that's how you could do business in rental cars. I don't think you could just come.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. It's like, because for sure they're gonna get a warrant and search that fool's whole shit, his whole business. Like they're gonna digitally search all his shit too. You know what I mean? Because obviously they gotta find this dude. You know what I mean? So they're gonna check all his records, everything. You know what I mean? But if they find any of that money, if there's some cash, that cash is traceable. You know what I mean?
No, 100%.
That's the thing. Hard to get away with shit, man. The bitch had what was the other bitch in Chico? She had a couple billions, bruh. Bees.
In Bitcoin.
And Bitcoin. And the bitch was dumb. Putting up fucking doing rap videos and shit on TikTok and shit. And the bars was weak. She had all the money. She couldn't even hire the best ghostwriters.
Bruh. Oh, everything.
You know what I mean? Like people do dumbass shit. Like, she had millions. Why aren't you not out of here? You should have been in the. If you're gonna do TikToks, you should be in the palace in the Bahamas or some shit, or somewhere they don't have where they what's it called? Extradition.
Yeah.
What's the word?
That's it.
Okay, we're 10 points me.
Come on now.
Yeah.
That.
Oh yeah, you got to pull. You got to go full Russell Simmons. You got to go full Russell Simmons.
Or he had in Thailand.
Bali or
Bali.
whatever.
Okay. Oh, everything.
Yeah, they don't got an extradition over there, whatever the word is.
Yeah, that's Cricket said y'all talking about T and Chase getting their bags 4 years 115, 4 years 161. Yeah, they definitely got the
yeah. And Chase's guarantees was 112. So his guarantees is Higgins on paper. I'm sure Higgins guarantees is something like 70, something like that. That sounds about right. I can't remember if they listed
2 years.
What is it?
I think it's the first 2 years of Higgins shit.
Okay, so he might be only getting like 60 or 50 or 60 guaranteed. Good for him though. You're a $25 million QB in that range only based on the fact that your injuries. Otherwise, if he was always on the field, bro, he's balling. And for my man Mighty Joe Young, because it just, the numbers don't lie. This when Higgins is on the field opposite of Chase, Joe Burrow is absolutely elite. Elite. Right. And then Chase Brown to the moon. But the only thing that sucks is that now we can't get Chase Brown like last year and hiding him everywhere in drafts. Now you got to go up and get the kid. But you know what? All I remember is whenever Higgins was healthy, so many times DBs got their back turned. And then here's Chase Brown just gashing for 15, 20 at a time, just but on the ground and through the air. It's too much to handle for defenses. So Chase Brown, how expensive do you think Chase Brown is this year?
Say that again.
How expensive do you think Chase Brown is this year?
Probably at the back end pause of the second round.
Oh, word. Okay.
Oh yeah. If he had I think he had 900 on the ground and maybe like 400 receiving yards and 8 TDs.
Was he running back 8 on the year?
Shit, don't get me started right now. But because I can't remember right off.
I'll get.
But he definitely was an RB1, back end RB1, and so that's what I'm saying. You're gonna have all the receivers, the top end running backs, and then here he come. Like I said, maybe close to the back end of the third. I mean, the second round going into the third round. I think so, bro.
While we're randomly on the Chase Brown thing right here, one thing I did worry about is it's twofold. They bring in Samaje Perine, and I go, yeah, Chase Brown's getting all of it. You know what I mean? But I'm like, P-Ride's like phenomenal pass pro. And if they're going hurry up, they can say they got him in the game, they're going hurry up, they're not gonna take him out. You know what I mean? So I'm like, this might actually hurt Chase Brown because Chase Brown getting all them greasy targets when they're in hurry up situations, because they're gonna be in a lot of hurry up situations and a lot of shootouts because that defense ain't turning around in fucking whoever. I don't even know who their new coordinator is over there. They got rid of Lou Romo, who was dope.
Oh, it's Al Golden. He used to coach the Hurricanes.
Oh, okay. So they went to the college. Okay.
Well, he'd been gone for a long time from the Hurricanes. He was in the Hurricane coach like in mid 2000s, like 08, 09, some shit like that, 2010, hella long ago. Everything. Cricket Committee said, is there any more money left for Trey Hendrickson?
Franchise tag.
Damn.
Oh, but see, they already fucking you were supposed to assign the franchise tag by a certain date. So I wonder if that, you know what I mean?
If they can use it again on somebody else.
You know what you can do? And this is crazy, but you can sign them to their new deals and immediately restructure them so they're friendly against the cap. You feel me?
Man.
But even then, it's like, what is it? A year? What does Trey Hendrickson, he still has one more year on his deal, right?
Now that I
think that's what it is, because they were trying to trade him. Otherwise, he would have been a restricted, or is he a restricted free agent? Because then they get the first crack at it.
Shit, I don't even know, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Beck said, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say Trey Hendrickson probably should go get a bag somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like That's what he should do if he's trying to get a bag. He's not going to get it from Cincy now that Higgins and Chase got it. It's just no way.
Yeah, he'll get whatever that tag is asking for. So whatever the market is, say like if they were to tag him before they tagged.
But that's where I was wondering how it works, because it's like they were the tags had to have been assigned by a certain date. Then
what I'm saying is when you tag a player, it's going to be whatever the top 3 salary.
Yeah, that's what you meant.
What I'm saying is, if they were to
you got Myles Garrett getting 40 now too.
If they would have tagged Trey instead of the wide receiver, his market starting range probably would have been whatever the tag was for him to get, his long term.
Yeah, which is like up at 30 or 30 something, 34 or whatever it was. Because now it's up to 40 because of Garrett. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think they take the top 3.
He's the only one that make 40. So you still got other motherfuckers that make 35, 36, like Bosa. Who else?
Do they do top 3 or top 5 at the position?
Now that I don't know. I want to say it's the top 3.
Yeah, because I know they do top 5, I think, for QBs, but yeah, it might not for the skill guys.
Yeah, I don't know.
They'll take the top 3 and then average that thing.
Yeah, I ain't 100% sure.
Yeah, me neither. But you know what though? I just like making it up as I go along half the time. Sounds good, right?
Hey, Bakes asked me, he said, damn, bro, you spent half of your fab already on the free agents. You motherfucking right, I did 100%, man.
Yeah, he's like, fuck it. He beat me to everybody too. Even Ventrell Miller made me mad. I was like, god damn it.
Yeah, I wanted them players bad on my roster. 100%.
Yeah, because I would have drafted Ventrell Miller. I was like, I was like, I'll just let him fall. Because I was like, I took Cooper Rush's dumbass. Because I'm like, you know what? I'm never opposed to taking my last pick, taking a backup QB to somebody who has a bit
I
of
like that move for Baltimore though, because having Huntley and what's the
Huntley's gone now.
Huh?
He gone now. That's why they brought in Cooper Rush.
That's what I'm saying. I would rather have Cooper Rush and Huntley and what's the other young kid that he from the Bay?
Anthony Walker, I think.
Anthony Walker. There was another kid from the Bay. Josh Johnson. You know what I mean?
The legendary journeyman.
All types of backups that Baltimore has had. When you bring in Cooper Rush, that he's safe, like a safe space Sam. You know what I mean? He ain't gonna try and throw picks or nothing like that. He gonna stick to the script. That's a damn good.
I'll make an argument. He's not. It's like they might be the same person. We've never seen safe space Sam and Cooper Rush in the same place at the same time.
You're a fool, bro.
Sam Darnold is not great.
Oh,
he played with the Vikings with Kevin O'Connell, who's like a whiz.
Fuck it. Hey.
I'll never give him credit.
Crooked said, Chase Brown took over for Zach Moss, bro. I say this shit the day that he did it, bro. I had shares of Zach Moss in a few leagues, especially in my home league. I had Zach Moss. I forgot what game it was. Game 3, week 3, week 4, and Zach Moss got him all the way down there. They took him out. Next play, it was Chase Brown on a little veer route touchdown, and ever since then, it was all Chase Brown, bro.
That was interesting because right out the gate, they're already like red zoning him. They're like, he's red zone back. And then once Moss got hurt, it was just like, all right, he's getting all of it. And they had 0 running backs behind him, so it was like that's another thing too. Is like there's so many running backs in this class, like it's gonna be a bitch. Like I'm so excited to have hella Najee shares right now, right in Dynasty. I'm like, hell yeah, he's in a good spot. But the moment they draft someone, I'm like, fuck. Because, it could be like a guy who's hot till October and then they make a switch. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But then you say like, if, because the contract that he's on is a 1-year deal, a low $9 million, right? He's going to average at least 17 rushes every game, bro. And like you said, maybe to the half of the season. So week 9, week 10, you never know. But once he get consistent, and with him being in a little bit of a better offense, especially playing with Justin Herbert, he might get more action at TDs. So once that motherfucker have a double, a 2 TD game or something like that, a 30-point game, ship that motherfucker off if they do happen to put some capital into the running back position, but I don't think they is, bro. So I think Najee is good.
Yeah, well, because the reason I'm bringing that up because I'll be hot if the Bengals draft someone like of note. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm like,
I don't
because I
think
love Chase Brown. We hit on Chase Brown.
The Bengals are definitely not in position to invest no good capital into the.
You ain't lying. They got way too many
defense, bro. 100%.
Yeah, you right. You ain't lying.
Them is facts, dog. And with them bringing in P. Ryan, man, you ain't got nothing to worry about in the running back position for your Chase Brown shares. Facts.
Yeah, and I think Trey Hendrickson, he could be like a draft day trade. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, someone in the back end of the first. Because they were shopping him for a first, which I think is totally fucking ridiculous. But like maybe if someone like DK can go for a second, maybe they can get a second for Trey Hendrickson. You know what I mean?
Oh my mama.
Because I'm just saying for these older, on their third contract players, it's kind of crazy. We've seen some pretty high draft picks go. Like we saw a young ass Justin Fields go for 6th round last year. You know what I mean? Like. The DK one still makes me scratch my head because they paid him too. They're like, listen, boom, 30 million,
and don't got no quarterback.
It's kind of crazy.
Like Johnny said, bringing back P. Ryan is a nod of confidence to Brown. 100%, bro. I definitely agree with that shit, big bro. 100%. You got anything going out on the fucking rental car shit, big bro? Hitting bank robberies in the rental car?
I mean, I guess this is 2 in a row. Where so far I could say the same thing. Where it's like, criminals do dumbass shit. You know what I mean? Like it like this one this goes from like really sophisticated and calculated and planned out to goddamn, they using these fancy foreigns and shit.
Right. And not only using the fancy foreigns and shit like that, but in the video, big bro, we seen a video of it getting towed from the house. Now, is that the house that old boy was living at? Was that his brother?
Unless he got an Airbnb or something. I mean, maybe you would assume that they got whole entire identities and credit cards opened up with these identities. You know what I mean?
They could. I mean, that sound like some but see, scamming and going up in the bank with the pistola or however they was going up in the bank and getting the guap, you know what I mean? That's a whole different chart. I mean, both of them motherfuckers is Fed crimes once you get to
Feds.
You know what I mean?
You want to beat that way.
But when you get to playing with some weapons and going up inside shit, bro, that's a whole different time. So
it's already aggravated as soon as you up it.
Yeah.
That's already boom because they just start attacking on the charges, you know what I mean?
100%.
Aggravated robbery. You know what I'm saying? Fucking all that shit.
Yeah.
Then if their whole thing is scamming based too, boom, all kind of frauds, identity fraud, I'm sure. I mean, otherwise you're still stealing for someone else if you're using somebody else's card. You know what I mean?
Oh, 100%. And
watch the layers just keep getting deeper. They find out the credit card belongs to a missing person. And then now this person is linked to, then there's a jogger, finds a body, just jogging. And then boom, this might be the tip of the iceberg.
Bro, I never thought about that angle. If they are using stolen cards and shit to rent the card, then to go up in the bank, boy, it's a cold thing. We might be revisiting this shit.
Yeah, they're on some end game shit. I mean, there is no turning back, and it's like, but see, at that point, what are they getting the money? I guess it's like, hey, listen, if I'm gonna go out, I'm going out in style. You know what I mean? Shooting out with the police at the motherfucking Rafe and shit.
Yeah, they whatever dough that they was getting, they better have that shit.
And it was taking them on one too, because they got the woo wops all banked up and shit. You know what I mean?
Well, see, and that's how I was going to end this shit. So also in the video, the owner of the rental car company kept saying, he said, this is the price of business doing business in Detroit, right? So when I was a youngster renting cars to go to the little events and shit like that, right? As long as the car don't got no dents and accidents and shit like that, man, as long as you bring that motherfucker back the way it looked, then you ain't got no problem, right? So we used to dog rentals, you know what I mean? When I was in the rentals and shit like that, it was the hyphy days. It was the
hell yeah.
It was the motherfucking sideshow shit. The sideshow shit still going on. But we fully doors open. I'm gassing, breaking that motherfucker. I'm ghost riding that motherfucker. And I'm not the one that's getting it in my name. I'm, one of my peoples is getting it for me. So as long as I don't dent that motherfucker up, man, I'm bringing the rental car back and it's all good. So in the video, it showed the rallies on the G-Wagon sitting on top of the motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatnot. You know what I mean? Hey, so what, man?
High siding.
I done brought your car back with no dents, no scratches, no nothing, man. What I'm paying for this motherfucker. I'm finna do what I want to do with this motherfucker.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
That's how I'm gonna end this shit.
We yoking that thing.
Come on now.
Dipping and yoking.
What's up, Titans?
What's up, Titans? Top of the morning.
He said he got a dad joke for you.
Okay. I remember for years, Titans only addressed me as Mariah. And be like, look at Mariah with the microphone.
I remember that. Oh, my mama.
Shout out to Titans. That's my guy.
Shout out to Titans, bro. Let's get into the slash joint, big bro. Let's see.
Fascinating case here, and you'll see this only on Fox 11. The case of a Cerritos businessman's murder that just took an unexpected turn.
So many twists and turns to the story that are so shocking. A Fox 11 News viewer tip, in fact, and a new clue from social media led detectives to a shocking discovery. Gigi Graciette is live with how police pieced everything together. Gigi.
Well, good morning. We were just here at this park. This is the Cerritos Sports Complex right next to Don Canabi Park in Cerritos on Friday, bringing you the story of a murder of a father, a husband, a businessman that happened on the bike path here. And police were trying to identify two people that were seen at the murder scene. Well, it turns out a very alert viewer knew they had seen them before in the most unlikely of places. It was the dramatic end to a story that shook the community of Cerritos and destroyed a family. The murder of Cuauhtemoc Garcia, Temo, as he exercised in broad daylight on the bike path near Don Canabi Park. The suspects, originally persons of interest, a brother and sister, taken into custody Sunday night after a pursuit that ended only when an undercover officer pitted the Prius they were in.
Put a bullet in my head. Just shoot me.
Screaming at times that he wanted police to shoot him, to then asking why he was being arrested, 54-year-old John Chong Moon was taken into custody, accused of murdering Temo Garcia. His sister, 58-year-old Cindy Kim, also arrested for murder. Detectives say she accompanied her brother on the bike path that day and watched as he shot the husband and father of two to death. The arrest of the pair came after an alert viewer saw our exclusive story on Friday, where police were trying to ID the pair. That viewer immediately called the sheriff's department to say they had seen the couple on TikTok.
Oh my God.
You actually started it. You started it. We were sitting here minding our own business. Look.
It was in this video posted by a couple from Florida visiting Orange County. They said the poster recording the siblings after they say they launched racial slurs at them as they ate in Cyprus. It was posted just days before Temo's murder. After the tip, a whirlwind of nonstop detective work by LA County Sheriff's homicide detectives followed, leading to the identity of the siblings, who weren't easy to find because they were living in the Prius. And all points bulletin for the car was issued. Fullerton PD spotted them Sunday evening, and the rest is history. The two behind bars this morning, facing murder charges in the most senseless of killings. It is bittersweet news that
I was just about to say that. That's just some senseless shit.
Man, first off, rest in peace to
rest in peace
guy
to
that, to Brett that lost his life, and condolences to the family, man. 100%, that's some crazy shit. For the couple to get noticed on TikTok days before the murder.
And they're not even a couple, they're siblings, right?
Right. Brother and sister, 100%, bro. 100%. That just shows you the power of social media. 100%. You know what I mean? They always
print.
Come on now, that digital thumbprint, 100%, that digital footprint, bro, 100%. There it is, there. That, you know, and this was just days before that, you know, before it happened. That video was posted. And they going viral for talking shit to, you know, people having lunch. You know what I mean? 100%, bro. That, you know, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
you know?
terrible people.
100%.
And
right.
they didn't even know, dude. It was just random shit, or
I
mean,
want to
we already
say,
sensitive.
well, they say that the victim, once again, may rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
He jogs on that trail. It's a little bike trail, you know. We got them
Yeah.
out here where, you know, you got the bike riders, you got the motherfucking joggers, you know, just the walkers and shit like that. So Brett go out there and go exercise probably every day.
And they probably parked over there in the woo wop, just living in that Prius. And then one day he's like, man, I'm gonna shoot this fool. This fool just exercising, making his life better and healthier. Fuck this guy. I mean, this is a bad joke, but I'm just saying. Like, what was going through these people's mind? You know what I mean? Then she accompanied him too. Like, what did she lure him there?
Right.
And these ain't some young bucks neither. These 54 and 58 years old.
Right. Some OGs.
Like,
100%.
some siblings just living out the thing.
Homeless OGs, you know what I mean? Living out their core. So, you know, was it some everyday shit? Was it something happened between a little argument or something? You know what I mean? It ain't no telling. Because them
we'll never know.
Be hostile. You know what I mean? They be, you know, they might have been on a come down. They might have been base heads too. You know, on a come down. And
I mean, also too, just think about like, you know, there's gonna be a lot of crime because there's a lot of people that lost their houses everywhere because of the fires. You know what I mean?
Right, 100%.
So it's like, you know what I mean? Because motherfuckers is rolling around strapped too. He was like, fuck, he had the pistol on him.
100%, bro.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. I mean, you know what? I ain't gonna lie, they deserve to get everything that's coming at them. You know what I mean?
100%. I mean, like you said, they bad people, bro. You just got put on TikTok for arguing with a motherfucker while y'all eating lunch at Panera Bread, bro.
Yeah,
100%.
fucking racial slurs and shit.
Bro, like, come on now, 100%. It had that argument had to be bad enough for a motherfucker to want to pull out their phone and record what the fuck you saying, whether it was racial, whether it was
they found them on the TikTok.
Man, come on now, 100%. And then from the motherfucker for you to get noticed for that, then to put two and two together, like, man, that's that motherfucker right there from.
Yeah, they were, and that puts them in the vicinity, the general area too. So they can't. Plus, cell phones these days too. Everything's gonna have you. But yeah, just to have some random person be pissed off and put them on the TikTok, that's funny. And they saw, but they also saw the newscast too. You know what I mean?
Right, 100%.
You know what I mean? There's a description of that couple or whatnot.
Yeah, that's the power.
I mean, yeah, you know, it's so it clearly was random because like there's, you know what I mean, like the sloppy nature of it all. You know what I mean? And it was just, and that's what's horrible about it. It was just, it was senseless and random. You know what I mean? And now that he was a father too, man, that's really sad.
Father, husband, businessman. So you know what I mean. You know he was providing for.
I wonder if Brett knew him or something. Like, is he just hating on dude? You know what I mean?
Well, what I think it was, you know,
that's where he fucking jogs, or let's say in my version, like I said, they could have just been tucked off in some cut because they're living out their car and you have to be like out the way. You know what I mean?
Well, now see, like, kind of like out here, you know, when the homeless, you know, they'll go find the spots, say the park, say wherever the track is, you know, on the outskirts of shit, right?
Yeah, tucked off in the cut.
100%. So sometimes, like, you know, I've seen homeless people get into it, or, you know what I mean, just weirdos get into it with people that just come and frequent my job. And, you know, my job is outside, you know what I mean? Yeah. And sometimes shit be building up, you know what I mean? Now, say like, if they say like that's their spot and bruh come through there every day and they there, you know, waking up, this could have been some early morning light type shit. And, you know, they doing something and he like, hey, can you not, you know what I mean? And oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and there's an exchange of words that turns it goes left real quick.
I've seen that happen at my job plenty of times. 100% facts.
Yeah, and then like it might not even happen that morning. You could have just had some words, woo, woo, and it's just like, well, look, this fool runs here every morning, bro. Watch one out. And then he comes the next morning. He might be, hey man, I told you I don't be parking here, and woo woo, and then pow. You know what I mean? Or follows them down the trail, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Like, that thing. It's unfortunate. You know what I mean?
100%.
This was in SoCal too. That's crazy because the first one they were saying like when they were saying the county, I was like, oh shit, that's out here because I'm thinking it's a Florida shit. No offense to Florida.
I think the back of the police car said Anaheim police. So Anaheim is where the fucking Angels play. I think that's where Disney is. You know,
all the neighboring cities in that area were affected by the fires too. So you know what I mean?
Right. 100%. That shit.
Yeah, because that's what I'm assuming is like, these motherfuckers living out the Prius. You know what I mean? Fucking lost all that shit. Because that's a real thing that happened to people too. They lost their. Doesn't justify murder. Nothing justifies murder, I would say.
100%. Not at all, bro. Not no argument for sure. And it said the people that got the video was on vacation from Florida.
I think the only thing that justifies, because you can't even call it murder if you kill in self-defense. You know what I mean? That's kill or be killed. This ain't one of them situations, I would assume. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hey, we don't even got that in Cali, And bro didn't have nothing. He was just a jogging motherfucker, bro. Just a businessman, father, and all that shit, like we said, man. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace and condolences to his family. 100%.
Yeah,
we got PB and J in the building.
What's up, PB and Dub?
Yes, sir. Titan said the dad joke was, if you only had 1 minute to live, what would you eat?
Pussy.
He said a lifesaver.
Oh, I went straight to pussy. I thought that was the answer. That's why I was like, I'm about to nail this one.
He's
a lifesaver. Ayo, that's super dad joke. I love it.
Oh, everything. He said
hey,
something.
I bet you asked like 20 dudes that thing. There's gonna be at least 4 or 5 of them to say pussy.
Come on now. Oh, everything. Facts. Maybe 90%. Oh, everything.
Maybe I should have thought a little longer. Okay, it is a dad joke.
A
lifesaver.
Titan said some people just carry chips on their shoulders for no reason. It is fact.
For real. Just hating on other people's success. Or even just hating, period. They're just mad. They're mad at their own shit, so they project it on everybody. You know what I mean?
Facts.
You know what's crazy too is like when coming from San Jose where like a million motherfuckers, when you go outside, like nobody really says hello unless you like walking there. You know, no one really opening doors and shit. It's kind of impersonal because there's so many motherfuckers. Plus the homeless, it's hella thick too. You know what I mean? People. Then COVID made it even worse. Everybody's just on their way.
I'm gonna tell you what some fucked up shit is when you're the one, because like at my job, I got joggers, I got motherfuckers that walk their dogs, motherfuckers that take their kids to school, all types of
you
shit.
say hello, top of the morning, you know what I mean?
Everybody. And what fucks me up is the ones that don't say it back. You know what I mean? They feel or how they feel, man. The motherfuckers won't say it back, and that's some punk ass shit. You know what I mean? 100%.
You know me now. I live in the suburbs. You know what I mean? Nowadays, and it's not a million people. It's like fucking only a couple hundred, not even a couple 100,000. So you know what I mean? You see the difference. People open the doors. They say hello. Hey, good morning. Hey, good morning. You know what I mean?
Oh my
why be mad, right? But it's just different because you're not congested with hella people that don't give a fuck, or people that's on their way to work and they hot because they mad if they late. You know what I mean? They road raging. But it's different when you live for the city for a goddamn fucking little suburbs. It is different.
Oh, no.
Took me a while to get used to it. I ain't gonna lie. Super quiet at night. It's like, oh shit. Every so often you hear like somebody like sideshowing. They hitting a donut somewhere and it's like way far, but you can hear it from a distance. Like, oh yeah.
Hey, that's the perfect area out there because
there was like a problem. When I first moved out here, it was like all in the news and shit. People like sideshowing and shit.
Oh, everything. All
over. Here, like, it makes me feel like I'm at home.
Oh, everything. Facts. Ghost said another crazy one with the digital thumbprint was the guy who was at the Dodger game. I think it was a Curb Your Enthusiasm clip. Crazy. I ain't heard about that one, bro. On everything.
Oh, word. He maybe it's a dude that they was looking for or something. He was caught on that show.
Oh,
and you know what's crazy? Birds hella chirping out here. And like there's not a tree in sight. Yeah, but there's not a tree in sight. These motherfuckers is on people's houses and shit.
I can hear them motherfuckers on every
Man,
day.
I go on my house, bro. I'll throw some shit at them, man. Look at my solar panels.
And Bakes a lot. He said he had the same answer to the dad joke.
I was like, oh, it's an actual dad joke, not like a dad joke. You know what I mean?
Oh, every day.
Lifesavers. That was a good one, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Give me what you got going out on this on this brother and sister tandem and this little bullshit, man.
I mean, shit, it just goes to show, man, no matter where you're at, you know what I'm saying? Keep your head on a swivel, bro. Because you know what I mean, there's other, and like, you know, I've always spent the life of being all the way out the way on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because I have a different purpose. You know what I mean? You know, so we was always, you know what I mean, being low key is always how I try to play. But you know, some of the people out there, especially like, well, you know, we don't even know the layers behind this dude. Maybe mental health issues there or some, or you know what I mean. And a lot of times when you say it was a dude, I'm just painting the story now. What if it was a dude that had a, you know what I'm saying? He had a house somewhere in the Palisades or something, and shit burnt down, or not even the Palisades. What was the Palisades? The rich people.
Altadena.
Altadena. You know what I mean? And he just a regular blue collar dude. You know what I'm saying? And boom, now his sister, same thing. They lose everything. And you know what I mean? Then you kind of lose it, so to speak. You know what I mean? For lack of a better term. You know what I mean? So you just watch, keep your head on the swivel. That's all I'm saying. There's people out there, you know what I mean? They're trying to project their shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Energy's just transferred, B. Dude was just jogging. That's sad.
Yeah, no, for sure, bro. I mean, yeah. For that how random it was. You know, like you said, they bad people 100%. And you know what I mean? For them to the digital footprint 100% for them just to have done some shit, not even
being some shitty people altogether.
100%, bro. And it's just fucked up that they had to get taken off the streets because they done something to somebody. But you know what I mean? They if the allegations is true, bro, they gotta go, bro. They gotta go sit down, man.
Yeah, they're gonna test how loyal their sibling shit is, because if she didn't, she's getting charged for basically aiding him.
And probably they might charge her as part of it. It ain't no, you know, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. So she gonna be like, listen, he pulled the trigger, it's his idea, woo, this and that. She gonna be the one try to get some reduced time.
Everything. Yeah, no, for sure. Man,
if he's gonna get a murder, that's a murder too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like murder one's like premeditated and shit. Unless like they could prove, because even sometimes, bro, they can get fools for premeditated if you just go to the car to get the woo wop. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because the time that you
you could have just walked off or drove off or some shit like that.
Yeah, because then you're like, fuck that. Go to the woo wop, get the thing, and then come back. You know what I'm saying? From a prosecutor could be like, listen, from that time that you decided to go to the car, and then this is what I'm gonna do. That's premeditated. That there've been some cases where they push that. You have a moment. Just
your mic. I think it's the cable. But yeah, man. My things for sure is that, you know, them getting caught ain't gonna bring no sympathy towards or you know, bring their peoples back, and you know they gonna feel better, you know what I mean? But it's just so fucked up that here it is, bro was just jogging on some everyday shit, and you know what I mean, if it was some type of altercation or whatever transpired beforehand, it should have definitely ended like that. But you can't even go outside your house and go jog, bro. You know what I mean? Without having to worry about something. And I understand about just staying out the way and shit like that, but you know, and they in SoCal, so it barely rain out there. You know, jogging weather. Even though the you know, the people that be jogging and shit, they'll be out there when it's raining and shit like that. But they got perfect weather out there all day, every day to go jogging. That's, you know, some everyday shit, man. And for whether they just lost their house or whatever, it ain't no excuse for them to go ahead and do that, bro. And whatever they got coming at them, they deserve that shit 100%, because that shit ain't cool, man. You don't be, you know what I mean? You don't take nobody life, bro, over no motherfucking argument or whatever the fuck it was. 100%. Oh my mama, that shit. That's one of them stories that definitely kind of like hurt your motherfucking feelings for sure, bro. Let me get to playing with this thing. But yeah, this, you know, that shit ain't cool, bro. So yeah, like I said, I hope they get whatever they got coming to them, man. They need to sit down for the rest of their motherfucking life, for sure. Let's go ahead and close this bitch out, man. For Bogey, man, make sure y'all go following you. You see it at the bottom of the screen. Over at IG, GenWealthNet _, all one word. YouTube, GenWealthNet, and then make sure for your music digital streaming platforms, go type in Bogart Scott Free, man, 100%. And for our man Slim, man, there it go right there. IG Boogie Vision 45. And type in From a Fan's Perspective on YouTube, man, 100%. It'll pull it up faster, man. And you see our shit right there, Heart to Star Podcast, everywhere you all your socials and shit, man. Heart to Star Podcast, man. Let's go ahead and get the let's get another message from our sponsor, man. 100%. And then we're gonna close this motherfucker out, man. I appreciate everybody that done tapped in, done ran the comments up. You know what I mean? We appreciate y'all. We'll be back tomorrow morning with Wake Your Game Up. You know, we over there on our NFL shit, on our fantasy football degenerate shit, man, 100%. So make sure y'all tune in about 8:30 tomorrow, man. 100%. Let's get the Gen Wealth thing going. And boom.
Eureka. We make plays every day, yeah. We make plays every day, yeah.